dark and difficult times lie ahead. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to another video. I'm going to warn you right now that this video is not a happy video. I'm actually speechless. I actually don't know where to start. The first thing that I can say is that I am absolutely disgusted by Metropolitan Police. Absolutely disgusted. Probably all know that, you know, this is Gay Pride Month, and there was an event over the weekend in London which saw, you know, many people take to the streets to celebrate Pride. Now, don't get me wrong, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I've got absolutely nothing against people that are gay, lesbian, transsexual, bisexual, trisexual, whatever, right, whatever. To be quite honest, it's annoying trying to remember all of these made up words and pronouns that people expect us to call them. But that's not what this is about. This video is not about people's gender identity or sexuality or anything like that. This video is about the complete and utter disregard by Metropolitan Police, and no doubt every other police force across the country as this Pride Month goes on, for the safety of normal people. And when I say normal people, I mean the kind of people that just want to get on with their lives, not the people that want to make a big song and dance about things, right? I'm talking about the people that are going to work, taking their kids out for the day, right? Going and spending some time with their friends, going for a drink at the pub, you know, doing all the normal things that normal people do without making a big fuss and song and dance about it. And the complete lack of support and the complete lack of care by the police force, Metropolitan Police, and the rest of the police forces across the country. Now, I'm going to start this by showing you here, right? This is Metropolitan Police Twitter feed. This was this was the 6th of July, 2:45 a.m. I don't know why they're paying somebody to be on Twitter at 6:45 in the fucking morning. Tips to stay safe at today's Pride in London. Tips to stay safe at today's Pride in London. Alongside 80+ officers walking in the parade, we have police on the ground helping to keep you safe. To find out more information throughout the day, follow TfL Traffic News and Met Police events. Let's just see what this says. Stay safe at Pride. Set a meeting place in case you get separated from your group. Keep your belongings in sight at all time. Drink lots of water and don't forget your sunscreen. Anything else? That's it. Okay. Let's just recap. Set a meeting place in case you get separated from your group. Keep your belongings in sight at all time. Drink lots of water and don't forget your sunscreen. Okay. Well, there's nothing actually there about keeping safe, is there? I mean, none of that is an example of keeping safe. None of it. And you'll see why I'm saying that in just a moment. So let's move on to the next one. Policing with Pride, Metropolitan Police. Let's see what time of the day they put this one out, shall we? 2 a.m. 2 a.m. So this police are paying some fucking monkey to sit on a computer and start posting this crap out. So policing with Pride. This Pride Month, our Pride car has been patrolling the streets, attending various hate crime awareness events across the capital. Police with Pride, Pride in London. Right, so first of all, I want to know, who's paying for this? Who is paying to take the police off of the streets dealing with actual crimes? And who is paying to have these cars made up in the way that they are, with all these poxy rainbows over them? Who's paying for it? Have the public agreed to let their money be used for this? Absolutely ridiculous. So they're taking police off the streets to drive around in a nice BMW, I believe, well, I don't know what one that is, it's probably an electric one, but the police driving around in their nice BMW, all glittery and rainbowy, to deal with various hate crime awareness events. They're not even crimes. The things you attend are not even crimes. You go and talk to people about, well, if somebody calls you a bad word, you must call the police. No, they mustn't. They need to suck it up, okay? Excuse the pun. They need to suck it up and get on with their life and stop taking the police away from doing their real job, dealing with actual crimes. So let's move on. New Scotland Yard. Lighting up New Scotland Yard to celebrate Pride in London 2019. We are proud to police such a diverse community and stand in unity with our LGBT plus community and officers. Right, so where does it say that you're proud to stand with Londoners? Where does it say that you're proud to stand with Asians? Where does it say that you're proud to stand with everyone else? That, to me, is discrimination. I haven't seen a post on Metropolitan Police's Twitter feed that says we are proud to stand with Jews, we are proud to stand with Christians, we are proud to stand with Africans, or you know, how is this? Oh, you can see that I'm really pissed off with this, right? But how is this working in unity with the city and the country that you work for and in? This post alone discriminates against everybody else. Another one from the National Police Chiefs Council, or the Nonce Protection, sorry, I was going to say Nonce Protection, but no, we'll keep it where it is, National Police Chief Council. Last month, DCC Judy Cook blogged about why she is the LGBT plus lead for MPCC and why it is important to celebrate Pride. In this lovely picture here, oh, she is, yeah, she is a woman, I think. Yes, she must be. Yes, it is, because it says why she, although it should say Z, is that how they do it? Z-H-E or X-H-E? I don't know how they mess things up. But so look at this. If you're considering asking the question, why all the rainbows? Please consider what it's like to be persecuted just because of the person you love or the person you are. We'll get to that in just a moment. DCC Judy Cook. And here's one that somebody sent to me, Curtis Stollery. I'm all for gay pride, but do you really need a car like this? What does a siren do? Play I'm a Barbie girl. And I thought that was quite good, actually. But again, who is paying to have these vehicles with these decals on, put on them? I'm pretty sure it ain't coming out of the police's pocket. I'm pretty sure they haven't got a little gay fund going on where all the LGBT communities throw a few extra quid in so that police can do their cars up like that. I want to know who's paying for it. And this is great as well. Look at this. Now, this isn't actually to do with Pride, but it is kind of related. UK's most senior Asian policewoman is suing Scotland Yard for racial and gender discrimination. Maybe it's because they're so tied up and wrapped up with this LGBT. I've not read this story yet, guys, to be honest. I just saw this pop up and it fit with this video. So, but maybe it is because she's not a lesbian or she hasn't got a penis. Maybe that's why that they're discriminated against her, because at the moment it seems that Scotland Yard and Metropolitan Police and all the other police forces are so wrapped up and tied up in knots about the LGBT, and we must protect the LGBT's feelings. You know, we must support them against hurty words with a complete disregard to everybody else. While the police were so busy prancing around doing things like this, and this person, need to be careful what I say, and this person here is marching through the streets with the LGBT community, considering he's a Muslim, considering his faith says that all of those people behind him should be thrown off a bloody building. I mean, how hypocritical is that? Absolutely unbelievable. And let's get this right as well. Something else that popped up on my feed.
Charissa me, you know. Look at her. Unbelievable. She's in the mosque.
Hello? Now, I will say that I've not seen any other proof that that is actually her. It looks like her, but I know, yes, you can have lookalikes. I understand that. But, wow, if that's true, then wow. You know, I'm all for respecting other people's faiths. Absolutely all for that. But during a gay pride event, during a gay pride month, the Prime Minister apparently is sitting in a mosque with people whose faith tells them that being gay, being lesbian, being any of those other alphabet people should be killed. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I am truly hoping that that's not Theresa May, because I think it's disgusting if it is. But let's go back to here. Right, you've seen this. You've seen, you know, Mayor Kant patrolling the streets with people that his faith tells him to despise. You see this person grinning with a rainbow heart on his face. You see this idiot doing the same, throwing her arms around like a monkey. And yet, while there's 80 police officers marching in the parade and God knows how many police officers policing the parade, a woman and 3 children are stabbed at her address in North London. A woman in her 30s and 3 children, all aged under 12, were found all suffering from stab injuries. The woman and 2 of her children are stable and in non-life-threatening condition following intensive hospital treatment, but the 3rd child, a girl aged 11, remains in a critical condition. I've got kids. This honestly is making my stomach turn, and when I read this, I've got a lump in my throat. While the police have taken all of those resources and put them somewhere to show the world what an inclusive bunch of people they are and how tolerant they are, there's less police on the streets to stop things like this happening. It's sad. It's saddening. It really is saddening. And the worst thing is, the pride organisers actually encourage this. Why they're not turning around and saying to the police, look, actually, officers, we've got some private security or whatever it might be. You know, you don't need to be here. Go and police the streets and do what it is you need to do. Do you know what I mean? Why are they not doing that? Why are they allowing the police to be there all that time in the march and policing the march in the streets around the march while there's people around London being stabbed? And that's not the only one. A man is fighting for his life after 2 people were stabbed in West London. Officers were called to a scene in Heath Road, Hounslow on Saturday afternoon and found 2 victims. One man in his 20s is in critical condition, while the other in his 30s is stable. A man and woman have been arrested in connection with the incident, which is good, but if there were more police on the streets, if these people knew that the police weren't all tied up, getting their faces painted, wearing high heels and nail varnish and acting like complete and utter fucking idiots, then maybe this kind of thing wouldn't happen so much. I really am sorry that I am so wound up about this, but I am. I mean, we've got a pride here in Liverpool coming up, a couple of weeks' time, okay? Do you know over the past week, there's been about 5 or 6 shootings and stabbings in my local area. And there's been more across the rest of the city. Can you imagine what it's going to be like when all the police are tied up in the town centre while the march is going on? I mean, let's go back to this. Stay safe at Pride. Do you know what it's missing? Set a meeting place in case you're separated from your group. Keep all your belongings in sight. Drink lots of water and don't forget your sunscreen. And the fourth one on there should be, don't be anywhere else in the city apart from here because there's no fucking police out there to protect you. That's the only safest way to be when there's a gay pride event on, is at the event. I think somebody should sue the police. I think somebody should sue the police because while they're doing this, they are not on the streets protecting the people that are paying their wages. Yeah, okay. The members of the LGBT, the alphabet people pay their wages too, or the ones that are working. But that does not mean you can have your personal bodyguards. You cannot make the police your personal bodyguards, which is what you've been doing and which is what the police can't seem to understand yet. Officer, somebody called me a naughty word. Please go and sort them out. Officer, somebody called me a man, but I don't have a penis anymore. Go and sort them out. Yeah? Personal protection detail. That's what they are for the LGBT, right? Well, the rest of us normal people have to suffer. We are suffering because of this ridiculousness, because of this inclusiveness. What you are doing by pretending to be inclusive is actually separating, okay, people like myself and people like the LGBT community. You are now separating. There is no inclusivity anymore. Although you keep spouting it, you're trying to persuade people that you're totally inclusive and tolerant of everybody. You're not. You are not. All of your priorities now have gone away from inclusivity, gone away from the general population, and you are now focusing on the minority groups, but not all of the minority groups, I might add. Only the ones that look more favourable on you. This is sickening what is happening. Absolutely abhorrent the way that the police and the government are favouring the LGBT above all else. They are supposed to be impartial. The simple fact that these police forces have this gay flag thing going on, the gay flag colours around their logos, the National Police Chief Council as well. How is that inclusive? How does that make the straight people of this country feel? You are not a public police service anymore. You're not. You are a gay police force. You may as well leave the police force and start your own security firm, if that's how you're going to be. A biased security firm, I might add. Absolutely disgusting. I hope to God that 11-year-old girl that has just been stabbed and is in critical condition, I hope to God she survives without too much long-lasting issues. She's going to be scarred for life mentally. But I genuinely hope that she is okay. I hope they're all okay, but I hope that poor girl is recovers. Not that you care, because once you've finished your gay pride, prancing around bollocks, you're going to go back to your police station, give everybody a pat on the back and go, oh, well done, you did really good today. Yes, yeah, oh, you looked amazing with lipstick on PC Peter. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely fucking mental. I am disgusted with the Met Police, specifically over this video, and the National Police Chief Council. Okay? Stop promoting biased shit and start being inclusive and include everybody. Guys, I'm sorry this was such a rant. I'm just so disgusted about what's happened over the weekend. Gay Pride in Liverpool's coming up. I will be attending in a independent media capacity. I will be wearing my high-vis jacket. I will be going around and speaking to members of the LGBT community. If anybody wants to join me, if anybody with a camera wants to join me, That would be great. It would be awesome to get a different angle on the footage. So that would be great. I'm not going to tell you what all the questions are. I'm going to ask them, but you know, it's going to be a controversial one. So yeah, so please stick around. If you haven't subscribed already, my videos aren't normally this ranty, so I apologise for that. But yeah, like, subscribe, share, comment as well, please. And I love to hear your comments. I love to get into discussions with you. And I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm sorry if I've ruined your day with this, you know, with this sad news, shall we say. But thank you once again, and until next time.
Good night, all.